नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने इति नामिति। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गिरधारी राधे जय राधा गिरधारी राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे जय राधा रस बिहारी राधे जय राधा रस बिहारी राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे जय राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे जय राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे जय राधा बांके बिहारी राधे जय राधा बांके बिहारी राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव निताई गौर हरि बोल बोलो नरसिंह भगवान की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय जय राधा माधव कुज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we have finished chapter 9. We'll start chapter 10 today. The opulence of the absolute truth. So we'll recite the verses first, then we'll discuss, followed by Mangalacharan. 10.1 Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Bhuya eva mahabaho Srunu me paramam vachah yatteham priyamanaya vakshyami hitakamyaya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again, O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. 10.2 Na me vidvasurgana prabhavam na maharshayah aham adirahi devanam maharshinam cha sarvashah. Neither the host of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulence, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and sages. 10.3 Yo mama ajam anadim cha veti loka maheshwaram asamhuna samarteshu sarva papeha pramuchyate. He who knows me as the unborn, the beginningless, as the supreme lord of all the worlds, he only an undeluded among men, is freed from all sins. 10.4 and 5 Buddhir jnana asammoha chama satyam damah samah sukham dukham bhavo abhavo bhayam cha bhayam eva cha ahimsa samata tushtis tapodanam yasho yashah bhavanti bhavayutanam matta eva prithag vidah. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. 10.6 Maharshayah saptas purve chatvaro manavastatha madbhava manasa jata yesham loka imah prajah. The seven great sages, and before them the four other great sages, and the Manus, progenitors of mankind, come from me, born from my mind, and all of the living beings populating the various planets descend from them. 10.7 Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tattvataha so vikalpena yogena yujyate natra sansayah. One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. 10.8 Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly knows this in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. 10.9 Macchitta madagata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantasya mam nityam tusayanti cha ramanti cha. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. 10.10 Tesam satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mama upayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां तं सहजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Welcome again, Bhagavad Gita class, everyone. So last time we have completed chapter 9. So today we will start chapter 10. The opulence of the absolute. Aishwarya of Bhagwan, Sri Krishna. So we will see in chapter 10, there are 3-4 important things that Lord Krishna at end of the 9th chapter advises to fix the mind on him. That is 9.34. Manmana bhava mad bhakto. So in the last verse of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, Lord Krishna says, Manmana bhava mad bhakta. So Lord Krishna is saying that fix your mind on me. Just think about me, worship me, discuss about me, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is the summum and bonum of chapter 9. So, hence describes the opulence on which a devotee can fix his mind. Now, Krishna is saying to his devotees that fix your mind on me. So, now Krishna is telling where to fix this mind. What are the different opulences on which a devotee can fix his mind and how to remember him when we see opulent, powerful and beautiful things in creation. So all opulent, powerful and beautiful things in creation are developed by Krishna only. So each and everything belongs to Krishna in this material world. So there is no need to feel proud of your own, because Krishna is the ultimate creator. Manifestation and unmanifestation is done by Krishna only. It is the mercy of Krishna he manifests. And again, it is the mercy of Krishna only, because of which it is unmanifested. So conclusion of chapter 9 is that one should become a pure devotee of the Lord by focusing mind on the Lord. So who can become pure devotee? The one who can fix his mind on Supreme Lord Krishna only, no other thing. Okay, so if you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you have fixed your mind on Lord Krishna, you are already in Samadhi. Chapter 10 focuses on description of Krishna's opulences. By hearing will increase devotion. So Krishna is saying, it is very difficult to understand my opulences. But if you hear from right source, from right parampara, from right devotees, from Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, it will clear all your doubts and you will be able to know about me, know about my opulences. So now here sloka number 10.1 to 10.7 discusses about Krishna's position as the origin of everything. So Krishna is the supreme person, Krishna is the supreme controller, Krishna is the supreme power. Krishna purges all six opulences. So what are these opulences? We are going to discuss in upcoming slokas. Now sloka number 10.8 to 11 talks about Chatur Sloki. So it is known as Chatur Sloki or Chatur Sloki. So we'll see what are the different Chatur Sloki. Then 10.12 to 10.42 talks about Arjuna's acceptance and his request to show opulence. So now Arjuna has accepted Lord's position. Now he wished to see the Lord's opulence. So Arjuna is requesting to Lord Krishna that, oh Krishna, please show me your opulence. So now Krishna will show his opulences in this particular chapter number 10. So 10.1 to 10.7 talks about Krishna's position as the origin of everything. So verse number 1 to 3 talks about anyone knowing Krishna as the unborn Supreme Lord and the source of all sages and demigods is undiluted and free from sin. If you understand Krishna as a supreme power, supreme person, or god of demigods and source of all sages, and he is unborn. So if you know all these 3-4 things, it means you are free from all the kinds of sin. Then sloka number 4 to 6 talks about all qualities and attitudes, freedom from illusion, self-control, and infamy are created by Krishna. Even the progenitors of the universe are born from his mind. So everything born from or emanates from Krishna's body only. So everything is part and parcel of Krishna. So those who know, sloka number 7 talks about those who know Krishna's glories engage in his service. One who knows Krishna's opulences, glories, his nature, he will become the devotee of Krishna. And it is the mercy of Krishna. Because of Krishna's mercy, he can progress in the devotional service. Now, 10.1, text number 1, we'll recite the verse. So 10.1 talks about Lord Krishna asks us to listen carefully as he will reveal more wonderful knowledge about his opulence. So Krishna is requesting everyone, oh living entities, please pay attention. Now I am going to show my all 6 opulences. 10.1 Sri Bhagavan uvacha bhuya eva mahabaho shruname paramam vacha yatteham priyamanaya vakshami hitakamayaya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again, O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So Krishna is saying that I am going to give you more better knowledge than I have told you so far. So chapter 7 talks about Lord Krishna explain his different energies and how they are acting. So Krishna has material energy, Krishna has superior energy, Krishna has marginal energy. So how these all energies are working in this material world, it is very important to understand. So chapter 9 talks about Lord establishes different energies to establish devotion in firm conviction. So Krishna is confident. When he is showing his opulences, Krishna is confident and he is making confidence of Arjuna is more rigid. So chapter 10 talks about, gives more confidential knowledge of his specific opulences and his birth. So chapter 10 talks about the opulences 6 opulences in detail. So now here hearing is a very, very important instrument. So eagerness to hear as the qualification. So if you hear more, you will become more qualified. Discourses in the society of devotees can take place only among those who are really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. Just like Arjuna, this qualification, you are dear to me. So Arjuna's qualification is what? He has accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, as Supreme Power, as Supreme Controller, as Supreme of everything. So, if your Krishna consciousness is more deep, it means you are more qualified. And if you are not at all interested in Krishna's opulences, you don't have knowledge about the nature and transcendental activity of Krishna, then you are not in trance, you are not in samadhi, you are disqualified for Krishna's mercy. So what is the hearing of benefit of hearing from about Sri Bhagavan? Fixed in devotional service. The one hears more, become more pure devotee. So hearing is a cleansing process of the heart. As you hear more, what will happen? Your heart will become pure. Because our heart is full of sin, full of doubt, full of sanshay. Okay, so it is all filled up with all these problematic things. Okay, so if you want to clean this, then you have to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so as you hear more, you will become more pure devotee. Aishwarya samagrasya virasya yasah siriyah janma vairagyo sachaiva sannam bhaga itin gana Vishnu Puran 6.5.47. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is thus defined by Parashar Muni as one who is full in 6 opulences. So Parashar Muni is saying that Sri Bhagavan is full of 6 opulences. Who has full strength, who has full fame, who has full wealth, who has full knowledge, who has full beauty, and who has full renunciation. All 6 opulences are in Krishna completely. No one else has. If Krishna, if someone do aradhana, some devotional service, Krishna share his opulences with his devotees. Devotee also look like Krishna. So Krishna can make you like Krishna. Okay, for that you need to understand Krishna's material and transcendental nature. Okay, so this is the verse number 1. Verse number 2. Na me viduha suragana prabhavam na maharshayah aham adirahi devanam maharshinam cha sarvashah. So neither the host of the demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulences. For me, in every respect, I am the source of the demigods and sages. So Lord Krishna is saying, I am the source of all demigods and sages. They cannot know me. How about, what about living entities? So Lord Krishna asks us to listen carefully as he will reveal more wonderful knowledge about his evolution. So Krishna is giving instruction to Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, please listen carefully. So by listening, your heart will become cleansed. Your heart will be cleansed. Krishna is the cause of all causes. In Bhagavad Gita 5.1, we have seen in 5.1. So how to understand Krishna? So there are stages. Lord indirectly declares, here I am as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Krishna himself is saying that I am God. So we need to understand, we need to have faith on Krishna. When Krishna is himself saying, I am God, I am Supreme Personality of Godhead, we have to we have to have faith in Krishna. Simply by studying his words in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, we can understand him in full. Okay, if you read Bhagavad Gita, if you hear Bhagavad Gita from the right source, from the right parampara, from the right person, from the association of Guru, Sadhu and Sat, we can understand Bhagavad Gita. So if you can understand Bhagavad Gita, that is Krishna only. So Bhagavad Gita is what? Bhagavad Gita is Krishna only. All the instructions are given by Krishna. All the slokas are given by Krishna only. So we should have faith in Krishna. We should have faith in Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna will send some his representative who can clear all your doubts, and with association of whom you can become a pure devotee. Then simply, second number, simply by studying his words in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, we can understand him. If you read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, you can understand Krishna. Otherwise, it is very difficult. Okay, so devotee association is very, very important. Supreme Personality of Godhead can be conceived only when one is in transcendental position. So what is transcendental position? If you have faith in Krishna, if you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, following 4 regulatory principles, you are already in transcendental position. You can understand. You are eligible to understand Krishna. So what are the 4 regulatory principles? No intoxication, no illicit sex, no meat eating, and no gambling. Okay, if you follow these 4 regulatory principles, you will be able to understand Krishna's transcendental nature and activities. Krishna's favor grace is essential to understand the Supreme Lord only. If Krishna wants, if Krishna gives mercy to someone to understand Krishna, then only one can understand. Okay, so understanding Krishna without Krishna's mercy is nearly impossible. If you are associating with devotees, you can understand Krishna because you will hear Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is very important. So you have to read Bhagavad Gita, you have to listen Bhagavad Gita, you have to hear Bhagavad Gita from the right person and from right source. Okay, so Krishna is the cause of all causes. Krishna is the cause of manifestation. Krishna is the cause of unmanifestation. Krishna is the cause of this entire material world. Scholarship is not qualification to understand Krishna. If someone says that I have got a scholarship and I can understand Krishna, that is wrong. No one can understand Krishna with the mundane knowledge. So what to speak of scholars of this tiny planet? Demigods and great sages cannot understand Krishna, his name or his personality. Demigods are the direct associate of Krishna. They are following dharma. Even they cannot understand Krishna. How living entities can understand? So what to speak of scholars of this mundane planet? So this planet is mundane. This planet is material world. What they cannot understand, one can speculate to the limits of the imperfect senses. Our senses are imperfect. What is imperfect senses? You have got habit of cheating. You are in illusion. So your senses are imperfect. They can be cheated. They can cheat. So your sense is imperfect. How an imperfect sense can help you to understand perfect things? Krishna is only perfect. Krishna is Purna Purushottam. Krishna is Sri Bhagavan. Krishna is Supreme Controller. Krishna is Supreme Proprietor. Krishna possesses all Shad Aishwarya, 6 opulences. So it is very, very difficult to understand Krishna with mundane knowledge, or any particular scientists, scholars, they are not able to understand. Why? Because even demigods cannot understand. Those who are very, very close to Krishna. They are all top class Vaishnavas. They are following the devotional service. Even they think to have a life of human being so that they can perform more devotional service and they can purify more their heart and they can be elevated to the Golok Vrindavan Dham. Why the Supreme Lord comes to this planet as an ordinary human being and executes such wonderful, uncommon activities? So Krishna incarnates in this material planet and performs great things, the which a man cannot do. There are so many big demons, but Krishna killed them. It was nearly impossible for a human being, for a person to kill those asuras, demons. May reach opposite conclusion that Lord is impersonal. Lord is impersonal. If you read, if you hear from the wrong source, your concept will be contaminated. You can never understand Krishna and you can understand something else, which is not Krishna. So you have to, if you want to understand Krishna, you have to have faith on Krishna, do the association of Guru, Sadhu and Sat. That is sufficient. That is sufficient. You can easily understand Krishna. So here, Lord Krishna is saying that have faith on me. Why? Because I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna himself is saying that I am Supreme Personality of Godhead. No one else had said this before. So when Krishna himself is saying I am God, what is left? You have to believe on God and progress in devotional service. Text number 3. Name vidu suragana prabhavam nama harshaya aham adirahi devanam maharsinam cha sarvasah. 10.3. Yo mam ajam anadim cha veti loka maheshwaram asammuda samarteshu sarva papaiha pramuchyate. He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the Supreme Lord of all the worlds, he only undeluded among men is freed from all sins. Okay, so Krishna is saying the one who understands me, the one who has faith on me can be liberated. So one will get freedom from all sinful reactions. So here Lord is as Aja. Lord is Aja, unborn. Aja means unborn. In Sanskrit we say Aja. Aja means unborn. Is different from living entity, described as unborn in Bhagavad Gita 2.20. So Krishna himself is saying that I am unborn, whereas living entities are in birth and death cycle. Okay, so most successful spiritually realized person are very rare. Told in Bhagavad Gita 7.3. Manushya nama sahasresu kasyud yatati siddhai. Okay, so there are so many people trying to have perfection in devotional service, but only a few men are getting success. And out of that few men, only one or two can understand me. Depends on their qualification, how much they are qualified. So qualification, I am not talking about material qualification. This is the devotional qualification. How much meditation you have done, how much time you have spent in trance, samadhi, how many round you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, how you follow the 4 regulative principles. These are very essential things. Veti loka maheshwaram. This phrase means Supreme Lord of all the world, planetary system. So Krishna is saying that I am Lord of all sages, all living entities, all material planet, supreme planet, Adhyatmic planet. So I am the beginning, I am the creator of everything. So Krishna is saying, I am Lord of all demigods and sages living into everything. So devotional service is the only way to know Krishna. One must be free from all sinful activities. The result of knowing immediate freedom from all sinful acts, reactions. So Krishna is saying that if you want to know me, you have to be free from sinful reactions. Anyway, if you perform devotional service with firm faith on Krishna, your all sinful reactions will be eliminated automatically, will get vanished. You can escape from it. And what is the result? Immediate liberation. Immediate liberation is the result of pure devotional service. Firm faith on Krishna. How one should not perceive Krishna? Trying to understand him as a human being. The one who understands that Krishna is an ordinary human being, he is a murkha, fool person, a great fool. He can never understand Krishna because his mind is contaminated by wrong thoughts. So what are transcendental and real auspicious activities? Transcendental, anything done under the direction of Krishna is transcendental. If you follow the instruction of Krishna, if you do service under the protection of Krishna, you have your you can understand Krishna, and this is the auspicious activities. Real auspiciousness depends upon action in Krishna consciousness in full devotion and service. So what is actually real action? Real action means you are doing devotional service practically. It is not like you are saying but you are not doing. You are teaching same thing but you are not studying, you are not following. Okay, so these are the different result of understanding Krishna properly. Text number 4 and 5. Krishna is the origin of all qualities by which one seeks to understand the truth. So if at all you want to attain Krishna, you want to go to Golok Vrindavan Dham of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, you have to have faith. Why? Because Krishna is the source of all qualities. If you worship Krishna, if you have faith on Krishna, perform pure devotional service, Krishna will share all these opulences with you. Krishna has kept it to give. Krishna has not kept it for himself. Krishna wants to give it to the living entity. So those who are devotees, those who are bhaktas, they always get mercy of the Krishna. If you are eating Krishna Prasad, that is the mercy of Krishna. If you are performing devotional service, that is the mercy of Krishna. If you have good Guru, spiritual Guru, you are in association of Guru, Sadhu and Sar, it is the mercy of Krishna only. So Krishna as a source of different qualities, be they good or bad, all are created by Krishna. We say that this is good, this is bad. No. Sometimes if you are doing right thing in wrong time, that will become wrong. If you are doing wrong thing in right time, that also becomes wrong. Okay, so you have to take care that if you want to understand Krishna, you should have firm faith on Krishna. Okay, and all these material things created by Krishna. So manifestation and unmanifestation is done by Krishna. Or Krishna is the cause of manifestation and unmanifestation. So Krishna, when Krishna wants to see the material world, he manifests. And when there are more sinful task is done, then Krishna all takes it. So manifestation, where does Krishna manifest all these qualities? Throughout the universe, in human society and society of demigods. For whom are these created? Krishna creates for those who want to advance in Krishna consciousness. But the person has to develop from within, and by devotional service, one automatically develops all good qualities. Okay, so why you want to associate with Krishna? Why you want to have faith in Krishna? Why you want to have Guru? The purpose is to understand Krishna. Why to read Bhagavad Gita? To understand Krishna. Why to read Bhagavatam? To understand Krishna. Krishna creates for those who want to advance in Krishna consciousness. But the person has to develop from within, and by devotional service, one automatically develops all good qualities. So devotional service is the only mean to progress in devotional life. So if you want to become devotee of Krishna, follow the association of devotees. Follow the association of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. That is verse number 4 and 5. So knowledge, number 1, intelligence, buddhi. What is buddhi? The power to analyze things in their proper perspective. The power to analyze things in their proper perspective. That is called intelligence. Knowledge, jnanam, knowing the distinction between matter and spirit. Academicians only talks about matter. Those who are well qualified, scientists, they talk about only matter. But those who are jnanis, they discuss about the distinction between matter and spirit. What is the difference between Atma and Padartha, matter and spirit? Number 3, freedom from doubt, delusion, asammoha, can be achieved when one acts without hesitation, based on understanding transcendental philosophy. Nothing should be accepted blindly. Okay, so freedom from delusion can be achieved by Krishna consciousness. Tolerance and forgiveness, chhama, excuse the minor offenses of others. One should practice to bear insult and dishonor from others. So you should have tolerance, you should have chhama. If someone is dishonoring you, you should have chhama, power of chhama. So, okay, because of power of chhama, you can tolerate all these inauspicious things. Truthfulness, satyam, facts presented as they are for the benefit of others, not distort truth for some personal interest. So what is satyam? If you speak truth, if you are firm on the fact, okay, it is not affected, it is not, there is no influence of anything. Number 6, control of senses, damaha. So senses should not be used by unnecessary personal enjoyment. Okay, senses are for devotional service. Senses are given to serve Krishna. Number 7, control of the mind, samaha. Restrain the mind from unnecessary thoughts like money. Power of thought should be developed in association with Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Okay, so if you are in the association of Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, you can control the mind, samaha. Happiness and distress, sukham, dukham. Always considered in relation to what is the favorable or unfavorable to Krishna consciousness. Always considered in relation to what is favorable and unfavorable to Krishna consciousness. So this happiness and distress come and go like winter and summer season. Okay, so these are all 8 things which are required, or qualities discussed in 10.4 and 5. Then 9, birth, bhavaha, abhavaha, abhavaha, bhavaha, abhavaha. For soul, there is no birth or death. For soul, there is no birth or death. So birth, soul is eternal, like super soul. So super soul and soul both are eternal. Fearlessness, abhayam, due to worrying about the future, absorption in history, energy, reference in Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 2nd chapter, 37th verse. Fearlessness is possible only in Krishna consciousness. So if you are doing devotional service, you have firm faith on Krishna, no fear will touch you. You will have 100% confidence. You will have perfection. One is confident of his spiritual identity and engage in transcendental service, slowly going back to whom? Back to Godhead. So if you are surely not attached to karma kanda, have faith in Krishna, performing your devotional service properly, so you are eligible to go home back to Godhead. Then comes non-violence. No, not do anything which would put others in misery, confusion, all distress, not checking anyone, progressive life. So if at all you are following ahimsa, means not killing anyone, not killing any jivatma, because every jivatma is from Krishna only. So everyone's soul is eternal and soul cannot be killed. Equanimity, samata. There should be samanta, freedom from attachment or aversion. There should not be any attachment that this is my wife, this is my children, this is my son, daughter. No, treat everyone. Treat, if you are a pure devotee, if you treat each living entity equally, it may be lion, maybe human being. You have to treat equally to everyone. That is samta. Then comes 13 numbers, satisfaction. Tushti. Not be eager to gather more and more material things by unnecessary activity. One should be satisfied with what is obtained by the Lord's grace. So whatever Krishna gives or whatever you have, it is the mercy of Krishna. If you have more, enjoy by offering Krishna, after offering Krishna. And if you have less, you can get it, offer it, and then you can enjoy. Okay. So enjoying tendency is there in Krishna. That's why we have also got enjoying tendency. But by enjoying our senses, we have forgotten Krishna, that Krishna is the ultimate enjoyer. He is the God, he is the supreme God, supreme Lord of all the opulences. So austerity and penance, voluntary accepting hardships or suffering for a higher purpose. Rising early in the morning, taking bath, fasting on recommended days. Austerity means firmly, you have firm faith on someone and you are following the path by which you can reach to him. So that is called austerity and penance. At what time you are waking up and taking bath. So every day you have to get up at 3 o'clock, take snana, and then do puja archana, vigraha arti of Lord Krishna. Then comes charity, danam. Give 50% on income to Krishna consciousness. Whatever you earn, donate it, 50%. Fame, yashaha. A man is famous when he is known as a great devotee. A man is famous when he is known as a great devotee. So even great devotees of Krishna are also famous. Whereas this fame, opulence is with Krishna. So Krishna is all famous all over the world. If you worship Krishna, you will also become, or you will also be famous. You will obtain to fame. Okay, so this is the 13 qualities discussed over here. 10.6. महर्षयः सप्त पूर्वे चत्वारो मनवस्तथा मद्भावा मानसा जाता येषां लोक इमाः प्रजाः. The 7 great sages, and before them the 4 other great sages, and Manus, progenitors of mankind, come from me, born from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from them. Okay, so Krishna is saying that everything emanates from me. Krishna is the source of all. So we say that Krishna is Pitamaha. And Lord Krishna is Pitamaha of Pitamaha, means Prapitamaha, the father of the grandfather. So Pitamaha is the grandfather. Hiranyagarbha refers to Brahmaji, who is the original creator born out of the energy of the Supreme Lord. So Lord Brahma was born out of the energy of Krishna. So Brahma is son of Krishna. Tapasya of Brahmaji lasted 1000 demigod years. Then he realized by Krishna's grace how to create. So Krishna Brahmaji did 1000 years tapasya, 1000 years of demigods tapasya, and then he got some tip or idea how to create. Because Brahma was asked to create the material world, but he did not understand what to do. So that's why he did tapasya for 1000 years. Then everyone was born. Okay, so Brahma, Lord Krishna is Prapitamaha. 25 patriarchs of the living entities, 4 Kumaras, 7 sages, 14 Manus. 4 Kumaras, Sanak, Sanatan, Sanak, Sanand, Sanatan, Sanat Kumar. 7 sages, Kashyap Muni, Atri Muni, Vasishta Muni, Vishwamitra Muni, Gautam Muni, Jamdagni Muni, and Bhardwaj. 14 Manus. Swayambhu Manu, Uttamas, Tamasa, Rayavata, Chakshusha. Now is going on Vaivashwat Manu. Savarni, Daksha Savarni, Brahma Savarni, Dharma Savarni, Rudra Savarni, Deva Savarni, Indra Savarni. So these are all 14 Manus. Now we are at Vaivashwat Manu. That is number 7. 7th is the Vaivashwat Manu. So we see that Krishna is the source of everything. Okay, so we'll stop over here. If you have any question, you can ask. Srimad Bhagavad Geeta, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evascha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.